Hey, everybody. Listen. We got some more amazing authors here on tonight. We are bringing part 2 to our Reaffirm, and that is with Dr. Tschanna Taylor and her amazing co-authors. Tonight, we have Miss Linda Howard. Oh gosh, let me see. Got to get her name right. So we got Linda Howard. Oh, I forgot her last name. That's so sad. Then we got Betsy, we got Monica, and we got Donna. We're gonna just play it safe tonight, right? Until we get them up on the screen, because guess what? They're gonna tell you who they are, what they do, why they do what they do, who they serve, what they joined this book collaboration for, and I mean, they're just gonna give it to you. I mean, they gave it to you last week on Wednesday. They're going to give it to you tonight, and then you're going to get it again on next Wednesday. So get ready, get prepared for this amazing journey as we discuss this amazing book with Dr. Tschanna Taylor. But I'm going to let you guys know again, I am your host of the Winning Circle podcast. I am Tiasha Janae from Columbus, GA, I like to say, and I usually kind of roll my neck with it, right? But we are here to showcase some amazing authors on tonight for our Writers Wednesday show. And I'm just excited to have you guys to come on tonight to join us. Please make sure that you are asking plenty of questions in the comments. They want to hear it. I'm going to also get this Clubhouse started, because we got to start that room, because somebody might want to ask some questions, right? We are located on Facebook in 2 different locations. We are at the Winning Circle podcast. Make sure you go and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Make sure you are sharing. We're also on Facebook in our other group, which is our radio platform, which is the Winners Connection 24.7 podcast radio. I'm so excited to be relaunching that radio station and having all of our amazing entrepreneurs, leaders, people in business, ministry, showcasing them and getting them on to a great start with their exposure and marketing. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking. I did my intro. Now we're going to bring on our guest for tonight, Dr. Tschanna Taylor. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me on tonight.
Yes, I am so glad to have you back. I'm so glad. This was an amazing talk we had on last Wednesday, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to know some of your co-authors who were phenomenal, and they are so gifted and talented in what they do, and to have them on that platform, on your platform, I should say, with your book project, Reaffirm. And tell them about the book.
So the book features 15 authors that share their stories of how they had to shed, shift, and show up. So these stories are stories of healing and transformation to remind our readers that you are who God called you to be. You are not what people said you would be when you were little, or in your teenage years, or even in your adult years. You are reaffirmed.
Yes. And so also what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move out the way. You know, like I do. I like to let you have the platform. I like to let you shine and get your exposure and your brand and your purpose out to the world. So I'm going to move out the way and give you an opportunity to tell everybody that is watching on tonight, who is Dr. Tschanna Taylor? What do you do? Why do you do what you do? And, you know, tell them exactly like what this group, what do you expect for this book to do? Let them know.
Okay, so thank you again. And so I am Tschanna Taylor. I am a marketplace chaplain, a CEO, entrepreneur, author, speaker. I am a publisher on a mission to teach individuals how to increase their impact, increase their influence, as well as increase their income through the books that they write. And so what I chose to do as far as writing books. I was at a women's conference in 2012 sharing an experience about infidelity. And so I wrote a book about that experience. And it led me to believe that there were other people who were hurting just like me, who wanted answers and wanted to have a better understanding. Should I go or should I stay? And so sometimes, you know, we move on emotions. And so sometimes we move based on what happened and not fully looking at everything that transpired. And sometimes that causes us to be totally honest. Like it takes two, right? And so we had to both look at, well, what part did I play? What part did he play? And we had to come to a common resolution to decide that we were going to go all in and make this marriage work. And so after having that experience, I had an opportunity to write on my very first book collaboration. And from there, I caught the writing bug. And so I've had some experiences, you know, in business where it taught me a lot of lessons, personal development lessons, because you got to be careful. If you're telling people that you want to start a business, you're going to go through something personally. And it causes you to, you know, be honest and sit in your mess. Right. And so as you sitting in your mess, you have to go through that process. And we don't like process. We don't like to talk about it. We don't like to have conversations about it. Why? Because it doesn't feel good, or we allow our pride to keep us stuck instead of saying and reaching out to people, hey, I need help. And so with doing this, it caused me to want to help other individuals to get their stories out, you know, because sometimes, you know, we get involved with different opportunities and we may see that, you know, this didn't happen the way that we thought it was going to happen. But you don't stay stuck there. You take it as a lesson learned and you keep moving. Why? Because at the end of the day, all of us have a story to tell. And you never know how your story can change a person from doing something crazy or doing something drastic, or it could propel them to want to move forward with giving them the confidence to say, I will start that business, or I will start the ministry, or even start a makeup line. So whatever it is that you want to do, you have a story to tell. And so these are some of the things that I do. And I'm just excited about, you know, this project. I have had an amazing 3 months with all 14 of the co-authors. We've cried, we prayed, we've had church, we've had praise team. But we all had to shed, right? In life, there were some things that we had to surrender and that we had to let go. Even there were some people that we had to let go, because in order for us to get to that next level, everybody won't be able to go with you, and you got to be okay with that. It's okay to say goodbye sometimes. And then we had to shift, and that's that process. Shift is the process. And like I said earlier, process don't feel good. And so now we get to tell the world we are here to show up, to remind individuals that we are who we were called to be.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. I mean, the testimony behind what the book is about is resonating with me, and I know if it resonates with me, it's going to resonate with a lot of people. And one thing that I love about testimonies is that as people tell their story, you know, I'm a firm believer, and I say it all the time, that your test that you've been through is a testimony, that your mess that you've encountered is your message, and that your history was already preordained by God before you was in your mother's womb. So that history, which is your past, is his story. And so God has given you a story to tell. And it's not for you, but it's for everybody who is there to read it. And so once someone reads your testimonies, they're going to resonate with at least one of you guys. They may get a little piece of your testimony and a little piece of theirs, but it's going to help make people whole again. And that's one thing that I am so amazed about when it comes to testimony. So I am so excited that you chose to do this book, because listen, I'm getting my copy. Okay.
Could I share something else that I feel is important?
Yes,
Now
definitely.
you see us and we're doing these interviews and you're looking at a young lady, because I'm young.
Yes, you are. Yes,
You're
you
looking at a young lady who is an ex-female offender. And I know a lot of you are gonna be like, what? Yes, ma'am. An
are. I don't see
ex-female
it.
offender. I know it. I know it. Filed bankruptcy, been married 3 times. Huh? I was that same person as a little girl that I was told that I would only be good enough to lay on my back and have kids. That is it. I was told that when I got out of high school, I dabbled a little bit in modeling. I didn't share this on the last call, but I feel right now that this needs to be said for whoever's listening. And so on the last call, I didn't tell you about how after high school, I did a little bit of modeling. And then there were opportunities only to be told, oh, you're very busty in the front. And so you're not who we're looking for. Or I got so many degrees, y'all. Like I owe student loan. Like I can't stand a Sally Mae. Okay, can I just be honest? Like I can't stand when she send that bill every month, but I gotta pay it, right? And so I'm very well educated. And with having all of that education and all of these certifications, right? How about my field that I went to school for was human resource management. I have a master's. I have graduate certification in pastoral life counseling, right? Why is it that, I apply for the jobs only to be told, oh, you're overqualified? What? Now, I never applied for a job that I didn't think that I was qualified for, but I was overqualified. And you know what? That experience taught me that I had to reaffirm from what was said to me when I was a little girl or what I wouldn't do. And I have some family members that, are looking right now, and they are looking in amazement and they're like, wow, yeah, y'all were the ones that said I wouldn't do this, couldn't do this, and
My
what?
God. My God.
Huh? But look at me now. I get to pop my collar. And it ain't about gloating, y'all. This is not about
Right.
gloating. This is to say you don't get to speak those words over me. You don't
Right.
have the right of way to say of what I will be and what I won't be. God told me who I was going to be. And
Mm-hmm.
so we reaffirm, that means that he already gave us a fact at the end of the day. And
Yes,
in his word, he gave us Bible promises. Did he not?
he did.
And so because he gave us Bible promises, he told us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made.
That's right.
Right? And so that means that reaffirm is that you got to know that if he told you to do a thing or to be a thing, you got to walk in that thing confidently.
Yes.
Forget about what they say. Forget about who told you that you couldn't get that job. Go apply for it anyway. Go apply for the credit card if that's what you need to take your business to the next level. Use wisdom, though. I'm going to tell you to use wisdom now because that's a trap sometimes. But however, you cannot stay stuck with everything that's happening in the world today. You cannot stay stuck where you are. You just can't. There is no reason. There is absolutely no excuse. You also looking at a woman who has been a diabetic for over 20 plus years. And I can't see out of my left eye. Do you want to know why? Because I've had diabetic retinopathy for all those years. But in 2020, my son had a fall down our stairs, and the stress with dealing with that, in addition to COVID at the same exact time, caused that stress to lose sight in my left eye. But
Wow.
now, even with that, that is no excuse, because when purpose called, I answered.
Yes.
So these people that, you ask them, I have coaching clients. I'm a mentor coach also. And so when I work with some of these people, they got every excuse in the world. Oh, my dog ate my homework. For real? You gonna tell me that your dog ate your homework? Oh, okay. All right. How about you still gonna be accountable for the goal that you told me that you was gonna set? I'm that coach. And they'll tell you, if you join our our virtual book launch, they had all kinds of names for me. You missed it, Tiasha, because they told us, they told the audience, they said, yeah, she loves us, but she's also a honey badger, a barracuda, a silent sniper, but it's all in love, right? Because when I win, you win.
That's
just
right.
like that. Right.
Just like that. Just
and,
like
and
that.
I mean, you know, that's the way it should be. I'm not after your money. Yes, it takes money to run a business, but I'm after to make sure that you answered the call to purpose. Period.
That's
you don't let nothing stop you. I am the example. I could have went over in the corner somewhere and just balled up and just said, why me, God? And for 2 days I did, but God allowed me to connect with a young lady out of California, 76 years old. We are best friends today. Allow me to connect with her, and she said, T,
why not you?
I don't have vision in my right eye, but I still go, because she's a grief counselor. And you know what? And that made me say, you know what? If she can do it, I can do this too. So I don't let that stop me. Sometimes it get a little difficult. You know, my son like to play games sometimes. Y'all gonna have y'all a son over here on the side after a while if he don't quit playing. Walk up on the left side, knowing I can't see him. And I'm like, don't do that. And it looked like 2 people on the outside I can see, and I can't. Does it mean that God can't restore? No, it doesn't mean that he can't restore. I believe that he will, but guess what? I've accepted peace with everything that's happening if he does not. So that's what Reaffirmed is all about. Being confident in who it is that he told you to be and what it is he called you to do.
That part right there. And I just love how you say, you know, why me, God? And I'm like, why not you? That's what he kept telling me. Because I used to second guess and do the same thing because I'm deaf in my left ear. And it was so devastating to me when I found out. Now, before I found out, oh, I was good. But 2nd grade, I found out. And they said, you don't even have an eardrum. So there's nothing we can do. We can't even give you a hearing aid. But the one that they want to give you is the one they screw in your head that has that carryover. You put the ear, you know, the thing on both ears. And so as you speak in the good ear or the bad ear, it sends a signal to the good ear and goes through that method into my right ear. And I was like, no, ain't nobody screwing that in my head. You crazy, right?
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, that ear has become so powerful to me because what it did was allow me to hear God through that ear.
Come on. I agree with that. Come on. I have to totally agree with that, because when I went through that experience and I could not see, I can see now in the spirit.
My God.
More now than I could before. I see dreams and I have visions more now than ever. And so I know this had to happen. I'm reaffirmed. Do you hear me? I am reaffirmed, and I am his vessel, so that why I can show others that you can overcome and conquer too. No excuses, man. No excuses.
That part right there. Yeah. You know, and we good at making excuses because we want to say, oh, but we're human and we have feelings and we have emotions. And so listen, this book right here is to reaffirm you today.
That is
there's
correct.
No excuses. None. You know, God, like I said, God had already predestined and preordained our lives for us, right? So when we say reaffirm with this book, all you're doing is saying, listen, God already told you who you was, what you were supposed to do, who you're supposed to be. And we can't allow people on the outside to dictate that thing. Because all it takes is for somebody you love, you care about, somebody you just, oh, they're not going to tell me nothing wrong, to tell you something about your life, whether they're doing it to be manipulative or they're doing it because that's how they feel, you know? And it's never a bad thing to listen, but however, listen to God and what he tell you, right?
That's right.
I had to learn that, you know, because even my parents, you know, they used to say things like parents. They say, "Oh, you're going to be the next president of the United States," and you're like, "Oh, that's big. I'm gonna do that." But when you get older, you're like, I don't want to do that.
Thinking back. That's right.
Yeah, that's not my plan. You know, I don't feel that. I don't feel that pull, right? Yeah. And so what reaffirmed to me says is that, you know, God has already predestined and preordained my life and my future and my purpose. And so we're having to reaffirm what it is he spoke in our lives. So basically bringing ourselves back to that beginning stage where he told us already, you know. And sometimes it takes a little, going through some things and learning and trial and error. But once you go through it, you learning lessons. Now you know how to stay. You know what, God, I hear you. You hear it for yourself. So I love it. I love this. This is gonna help so many people. I can't wait to put my hands on this book. I wanna I'm gonna go in and give a couple of shout outs. We got Duma, we got Laura, we got LaJune. Welcome, guys. We have Tina on Clubhouse and on Facebook. She's doing it. She's doing it. We got Ebony Blossom. Am I saying this right? Dorsalis?
That's right.
Okay. I want to make sure I get people names right, because I had to learn that our name is our name. That is our
That's
purpose.
right.
So we gotta get attached to that. But welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming on and watching this show. Make sure you go out. Just to kind of reset, this is the Winning Circle podcast with your host, Tiasha Janae, and we are airing on Facebook, YouTube, and Clubhouse at the same time, right? We're going to also repost this onto Instagram, so you can always go back and watch the show. But make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, share, tag a friend, let them know we in the building, and we are talking with Dr. Tschanna Taylor and all her amazing co-authors about Reaffirm. And that is to tell me is the 3. Finish
Shed. You got to shed, shift, and show up.
that part. I like how she said. See, she said so much better. Because she said with authority, guys. Listen, it's authority. You got to have it. And so I don't know. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm so excited. Like I'm a part of the book. I'm in the book or something. I'm just excited. But guys, listen, I'm so happy to have you on here. And we are gonna send you to the back.
Okay.
So we can bring up our next amazing co-author, Miss Linda. We're gonna Tina said yes. She said to shed, shift, and show up. So we're gonna bring her up and get to know her, a little bit about her. You ready, Miss Linda? I guess she is. She looks like she's ready to me. So we're gonna bring up our next guest. Make sure you stay back there in the back. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Hello.
Awesome. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's so good to have you on this platform tonight.
Thank you so much.
We're excited. We're excited to just find out some more about you guys and let everybody know, who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do. And I'm gonna move out the way and give you the stage. Okay.
Okay, you can stay if you want, though.
No, I need you to blow up. I need you to blow up on the screen. I need you big because I'm listening to this. I'm taking notes. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Okay. My name is Linda Howard Smedley. I am a mother of 4. I'm a wife, of course. I'm a grandmother of 2, and I am an entrepreneur. I am the CEO of Linda Yvette Enterprises, LLC. And I also operate and own Lady Linda Creations, where I am the creative designer. I create and design t-shirts, mugs, tumblers, household goods, you name it. And if I can put my hand on it and design it, customize it, I'm going to try to do it. I do sneakers, and I do pretty much anything, baby items. I am also a Her Extreme Makeover mentor coach, and I am studying for my certification as a mental health coach and advocate. I am a first-time author, so this experience has been really, it's been really great. I've met a lot of wonderful people. Tschanna is one of the most anointed instructors, teacher, friend, and I have learned a lot with her. My chapter is entitled "I'm Still Here," and it's in short, it is how we take on so many roles as we are going through life. We take on all of these different roles as wife and mother and father, you know, whatever job. We have jobs, we have all these different things: cook, chef, doctor, nurse, and we put on all of these hats that we have, and we tend to get pushed back to the background, and we're not doing all of the things that we were destined to do. You know, before all of that, you know, God has put purpose in all of us, and so my chapter is just talking about how I'm being reaffirmed in who God called me to be, and to move forward in that. Um, as far as events coming up, we do have the reaffirmed Women's International Healing for My Soul Conference. That is on October 29th and 30th in, I believe it's Morrisville, North Carolina. And I personally, I have two things that I'm going to be working on. And ministry wise, it's the Hickory House. The Hickory House is going to be a house, a ministry for helping single parents specifically deal with mental health issues, because it is a real problem and people are not talking about it a lot. And a lot of times, you know, we're not talking about it. We shun away from it because we're not dealing with it. We're not faced with it. But when you're faced with it, it's really hard. It's hard, especially when it's your own child. So what we want to do is we really want to get to the preventive maintenance part. We want to get to them before they go to the hospital, and because once they go to the hospital, it's a whole lot of other things that goes along with it. That is a lot on one person to deal with, and then for my other project that I'm going to be working on, and I just kind of revamped it today after talking to my friend. It's going to be Craft Your Whole Life, which is going to be a crafting course that I'm going to be putting together. Also, Donna's going to be helping me with that. She doesn't know that yet, but she knows it now. So anyway, it's going to be, we're going to be doing crafts, showing women, men if they want to, but showing women how to be their own boss and create their own business, create their own finances, and how to do that. But we're going to put a spin on it because we're going to be talking about real life stuff. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have.
Awesome, awesome. See, that is good. That's a lot of phenomenal things you got going on. And I love how you threw that plug in there and said Dr. Tschanna, she's gonna be helping out. Just didn't know it yet. So I like that. I like that. And she gonna hold you accountable and she gonna make sure it works out in your good. I'm telling you.
All the time.
I love her, you know, because she gonna check on you. She gonna make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. She gonna keep you on point and going towards the right direction. So
Yeah,
I love that. I love that.
absolutely.
That's some
Absolutely.
amazing things you
Yeah.
got going on. And
Thank
make
you.
sure you keep up with me so I can participate, help wherever you need me.
Okay.
I'm all about helping out and collaborating. So if you need me, we can talk. Okay.
Absolutely. Can I say one last thing? I'm
Of
sorry.
course.
Okay. I just wanted to say, people, just remember we all have destinies that God planned out for us. And I know we hear this a lot, but there are really other people that are attached to our destinies, and they're waiting for us. They're waiting for us to do whatever it is that God called us to do, because this has been preordained. So there's people waiting for us to do our part so that they can get whatever it is they need from us through, for God's glory, of course. But we ought to just be about God's business, because there's people waiting. There's people literally dying, while they're waiting, because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. They're not getting the information they need. Whatever it is, just keep moving forward with what God called you to do, and don't let anybody keep you from that, or anything keep you from that. So thank you for that.
Yes, yes, ma'am. That is so true and so right. And I do want to ask you though, what made you join this book collaboration?
Oh, well, honestly, I attempted to do a book collaboration with Dr. Tschanna, um, probably at least a year ago now. And it just wasn't my time then. I struggled a lot to try to do it. I wanted to do it. She was encouraging me to do it. But then this time, it just fit. It just fell into place. It was just, I knew it was my time. And I think it was more so probably the word reaffirmed, because what I was already trying to do on my own, which was and I'm just gonna put it out there. I told my kids I'm taking my life back. And even if it's by force, just saying, I'm gonna take my life back. So reaffirmed, that put the cherry on the cake for me. And it just fell into place. Everything was just perfect timing.
And see, I love that. I love that. And whenever, like I said, I was telling on last Wednesday that when you hear a certain word, it's gonna resonate if it's for you. It is
Yeah.
definitely gonna resonate. And um, we even talk about with the Bible how the word was made flesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when we hear the word that speaks life into us, and it's just like God blowing his breath inside our bodies, when he brought
Yes.
us to life. So we are part of the word.
Mm-hmm.
He was the
Amen.
word, and he gave us part of the word. So we are to speak our life. We are to,
Yes.
the power of the tongue. We give life or death. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how much power we have. And a lot of people don't understand that when you speak something into the atmosphere, it will manifest. And
Oh
so
yes.
this word reaffirmed, I'm telling you, I know it speaks volumes. So I have chills. Like I said, I am not even in the book, but I can't wait to read y'all testimonies. I'm just so excited. And
Yeah.
so you're part of the book. Tell us a little bit about who you think your chapter is to help. We don't want you to tell them
Yeah.
everything that's in it, because we want them to get that
Okay.
book, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I just want you to give us a little bit of, what your chapter is about and who is it for.
It's my chapter. I'm still here. Is I want to say no. Okay, I'm going to say it's for single parents, whether you are a single father or a single mother, because that I think that's where we lose our identities the most, because you're trying to be everything to everybody. You're trying to I mean, literally, just everything to everybody. And I have 4 children, so being a single mom, it was a lot. So, my hope is that people who read this book will realize that, to keep balance, not to, try not to get so far back in what you need to be doing for your life, that you have to fight your way back, but that you can just try to keep balance. Like I said, preventive maintenance. Take some time for yourself. Tell people no, no, I'm not doing that, or I can't go there, or do it yourself, and then take that time to do the things that you need to be doing. So that's basically what it's about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, and that's awesome too. I like that. I like that. We were just looking at some of these comments and checking out in Clubhouse. You know, they get to hear me on the background, you know, when y'all are
Oh,
talking, and I get to tell the kids that I'm live. And so they get to hear all that background stuff. But I just want to say, you know, thank you to those that are listening. We have Dr. Tschanna, Tina, Deborah, Cheryl, and Yvonne. Thank you guys for coming on here to listen in on Clubhouse. If you guys got any questions that you want to ask the authors, be thinking of those questions. Raise your hand, come to the top of the screen, and make sure you let us know, you know, who you have a question for. So right now, we've just interviewed Dr. Tschanna Taylor, and we've also interviewed Miss Linda. And so we want to make sure that you guys connect with them. You can connect with Miss Linda on Facebook at Linda Yvette 57 and IG at Linda Yvette 58. So make sure that you go follow her. See if she needs some help with something. If you know what she has going on that you can assist with, go ahead and get connected with her. That's what this is about. When we tell our testimonies, again, it is not for ourselves, it is for others. And so there may be something you can help her with and something she can help you with. But that's the gift of God. And I just love it. So I just thank you for coming on here and gracing this platform with your presence and
thank you.
allowing other people to hear your testimony and what it's about so that they know that they're supposed to be connected to you. So
Thank you so much
thank
for
you.
having me.
Yes, ma'am. Don't go nowhere.
I
I'll
will
be
not.
right back with you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to bring up Miss Betsy Evans Bennett. Are you available to come on screen, Miss Betsy? Let's see. Okay, so we may go to Miss Monica. Are you ready, Monica? Okay. All right. Unmute your screen. Okay, there you go. You're unmuted.
Okay, because I was
Yeah.
having problems.
I think I did it for you because I was wondering if I had to do it or if you did it. It's fine. We are here. We in here.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So welcome. How are you
Hello.
today?
I'm doing great. Doing very well. I celebrated my birthday yesterday, so I'm
Yeah.
still kind of high. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes, I seen that. I seen that. I was like, yes, look, she gets to do her interview by her birthday time frame. That is good. That is amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So so how you feel about launching a book and it's coming out like right there at your birthday? That's like part of a celebration, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's just like, but that's what happens when you obey God.
Mm,
Um, God told me earlier this year to start back writing, and an opportunity was presented to me, and I went on ahead and I just said, why not? And
mm-hmm.
then it became a Amazon #1 bestseller.
My God.
Just like this book, when I saw the title reaffirmed, it was like it just jumped out at me. It was like my spirit man was like, yes, this is something that you've been going through most of your life. That
Right.
desire of wanting to be affirmed by people. But at this time now, it's like God's like, I'm reaffirming you because people have dropped the ball. But at the same time, you can't really get mad with them because they can only do so much, but he can do everything. We
That is
have
so
to
true.
be so careful about labels, and labels actually hinder us more than we realize. And so for me, with well, I'm gonna start over. Okay, first of all, because I'm getting ahead of myself. But my name is Monica Regina Jones. And I work with UNC Lenore Healthcare. It's a hospital. I am a housekeeper there, and I basically have been doing that for the past 3 years. I'm also an ordained minister at Sons of Issachar Ministries, and basically my whole desire right now is just yielding to the voice of the Lord, basically. Let's see. As far as businesses, I'm making it my business to heed God's voice, to do what He's compelling me to do. And let's see, as far as my chapter is on basically talking about rejection, and God's revealing within that. So that's basically what my chapter is with the book.
Okay, so yeah, so you just answered my question, right?
I'm sorry.
Look, I was like, I don't need to interview you. You just interview yourself. You done went ahead and told them everything. That's fine. No worries. No worries. You got to give people what they need, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm excited. So this is not your first book. So you said that, this was it just drew you. That name just drew you, right?
Yes, it drew me.
So you had to jump on board. So it was not like I don't know, or anything like that. You just knew, right?
It was like a light switch came on, like, go. Do it. And I was like kind of hunting Tschanna down, like, look, what I need to do, and so I was all in her inbox. So
see, and I love that, because when God is in something, when He's really in something, it just comes together. I said even about the book project that I'm currently working on. I didn't go out looking for the collaborators. I posted it, and then God sent the people who He wanted for that project. And it's so amazing how He works a thing, how He does a thing. And this is just amazing. So I can't wait to read about you and what you do, and all of your testimony and everything. So you said your chapter is for who?
my chapter is basically for those that have suffered with rejection, being labeled, and just being hindered, because people's voices have become louder than God's. So you become stagnated and you become stuck. And it's like you can't move. They're constantly telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to get healed. They give you all these what you need to do, but it's like, okay, you're not helping me, because all you're doing is heaping up upon me things, and I'm already dealing with something else. So it's like I'm trying to, but it's like you're dumping dirt on me, like you just with the words, you just, you're this, you're that, you need to get free. Da, da, da. But it's like they're constantly throwing the darts at you. Sometimes people, they mean well, but they don't understand that we have to be so mindful of the words that we speak, because once we speak those words, we can't take them back. And you never know how our words affect other people's mindsets and mentalities and their feelings, because we all have feelings, so we can't minimize feelings.
That is so true. And that's why I was just saying earlier when I was talking with Miss Linda that our tongues, what we speak into the atmosphere, can manifest. So it's life and death is in the power, is in our power, it's in our tongues. We have that power to do those things. And so until we understand that when we speak a thing, I'm telling you, it just manifests. So if you say I can't, guess what? You can't. They have this saying that they say that if you believe you can, and if you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. And so
Right.
we want to believe in ourselves. That's reaffirm. That's affirmations. We're affirming everything that God has for us is for us, and no man, I don't care who they are, not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister, they cannot change what God has already predestined for your life. And so I love that. I love that. Guys, listen, y'all got to get connected with Monica. She is on Facebook as Monica Regina Jones. Make sure that you reach out to her. You get connected with her. See how you could collaborate with her, how she can help you, how you can help her. It's listen, listen. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, my God. See, when God makes you do a thing, I had let this podcast thing go for a little while. But when he say no, bring it back. There's
Right.
somebody who is listening, who is needing to hear these testimonies from these amazing ladies, from all these authors that are out here um in these publishing streets, I should say, right? So we want to make sure that y'all have a platform that you can come on to speak your truth. And sorry, let's see. I'm not sure where that is coming from, but we got some screeching going on. But I'm just excited. I'm excited to be able to share this platform with other authors, with entrepreneurs, with leaders in their industry, those that are doing a thing in this world to help God's people. And so I just thank you for being one of those people to come on this platform and share how you can help others, and then they know how to connect with you. So thank you so much for being on here today. And you had
And
a
thank
shout out for a birthday for Miss Laura. She says, happy birthday to you. So we
thank
all
you.
say happy birthday. Look, I should have my Stevie Wonder on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. So I want to make sure I gave you that look before we go, right? And so don't
Yeah.
go nowhere, okay? We're going to bring you back up. And
Okay.
we're going to go to Miss Betsy Evans Bennett. All right. Hello.
Hello, Tasha.
How are you today?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Look at
Awesome.
Tina. She's like, you better sing. I love giving people their flowers while they're here. Listen, it's her birthday. We got to celebrate. Every day that we are above ground, we got to celebrate. And so I want to make sure that she knows that she is loved, that she knows that she is thought about. And, this is not just about an interview for me. This is about connections and collaborating and just moving forward. So I'm excited. I'm just excited. I don't know how many times I can say it. I'm just going to say it. Just like we tell God, listen, I can't say thank you enough. I can't say I'm excited enough about him putting me in this place to be able to bring that platform to you guys. So welcome, welcome, Miss Betsy. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
I'm in my lane right now, so I'm just excited.
All right. I'm happy to be in your lane tonight.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you for having us from the Reaffirmed Shed, Shift, and Show Up.
That's right. That's right. See, she said it good too. See, I tell you, y'all feeling that title. Y'all feeling that title. And
Oh,
that's
it's
good.
coming from the Mama Bear to Tschanna. If you
Yes.
don't say it right, she'll come back and come back and come back at you. Say it right and spell it right.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Especially
yes.
the show up part, because it's one word.
Yes. Yes. I love
Right.
it. I love it. So, Miss Betsy, I'm gonna move out the way. I'm gonna give you this platform and I want you to just shine. Just be you and tell people who you are, what you do, why you do what you do. And I'll be back.
All right. Well, hello everyone. My name is Betsy Evans Bennett. For most of you who follow me on social media, I am Bernally Spice, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And I must say, if you don't know who you are and whose you are, and why you are, then you're stuck. You're behind. And I was that girl once. I was the lost girl from Neverland. All right. So I'm Betsy Evans Bennett, affectionately known as Bernally Spice. I'm the queen bee. And I like to say I'm the queen bee because a lot of times we put ourselves and our worth in the back to facilitate others. And so I was told, don't dim your light for anybody else, just shine. And that resonated with me. Also, a queen most times in the game of chess, and chess to me is like the game of life. So on that chessboard, a queen may not be the most important person because there's the king, but you better bet your last bottom dollar that she's the most powerful on that board. And so I'm self-entitled the queen bee. I'm audacious, I'm bold, I'm beautiful, I'm brilliant, I'm business-minded, and I'm a rare species. What do I do? I'm a single mom boss. Yes. I am an empowerment speaker. I am a mentor. I'm a domestic violence survivor and advocate. Hence my pop of purple tonight, because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I'm also a certified, trained, and certified life coach and Christian coach. I am now an author, and I say that with so much pride and joy. I'm a published author. Not just that, not just a first timer, but my first time I'm number one, and I'm a bestseller thanks to the amazing work of Dr. Tschanna Taylor. All right. What's my chapter about? So my chapter is entitled, You Are Enough. Yes, you are enough. You are enough. A lot of times we don't know that we're enough. And so we sink into an abyss of fear or dismay, because we don't know our worth. So once you find your worth and you snatch your confidence back, girl, you are enough. You are enough. All right. Enough means that you have all that is required. And so no matter what challenges you face in life, no matter how many lemonades come, you can squeeze those. No matter how many lemons come, you squeeze those lemons and you make lemonade. It's your way of showing up and showing out that you finally know your worth and know that you are enough. So my chapter is geared to women who are suffering from domestic violence, or who've managed to come out but can't see their way through, or women who are divorced due to domestic violence or other traumatic experiences. And I try to empower, inspire, and motivate you to walk in your own truth. You can't ignore your truth. Walk in your own truth and allow it to guide you to becoming your own beautiful you. And I like to say, I use the butterfly effect. I always apply the butterfly effect because, a butterfly never starts out as being a beautiful butterfly. It goes through stages, right? It has processes and transformation. And through that transformation, it's reaffirmed, and then it breaks from its cocoon, and it's that beautiful butterfly, spreads its wings, and it's ready to soar. So that's what my chapter is about. It's about motivating you and inspiring you to know that there's life after domestic violence or whatever trauma you face. There's life after divorce, and you can rock life after like a boss. I have a few events coming up. I'm not yet privy to say, but a few are in the works for later this year and early next year. And also on the 29th and 30th of this month, all of us reaffirmed authors will be in North Carolina for that big in-person event, Redefined. So that's what's first on my list, and then I have a few things coming up, but follow me on my social media pages and you'll know more about that. I was once, as I said, that lost girl, and so whatever I do, whether it's a speaking engagement or it's a workshop or whatever it is. I just use that means as an empowerment session to allow women to know that no matter what you have been through, no matter what you're going through, no matter what life looks like now, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Always, always at the end of the tunnel. You have to just stick on in there, hold on through, find your tiger's power, snatch back what the enemy stole from you, and work your way to the end of that tunnel, because there's light. There's bright, bright, bright light shining at the end of the tunnel. A lot of people may be scared, afraid, but you have to find your voice. You have to speak up. You have to speak out. You have to kick fear in the butt. You have to break up with fear and engage faith and just move on forward, because it's forward always, backward never. Yes. Thank you so much. I can't hear you, Tiasha. No.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. I was trying to mimic you. I can't hear you.
No problem. I was laughing because you were talking about the light. You know, look, there's light at the end of the tunnel. I love it. But I was listening to you. I said they do their own interviews up in here. I don't even have to ask the question. They just gonna get you all the tea. And I'm excited about it. But I wanted to make sure that I talked to you because you were talking about this light shining. You know, that's one of my favorite quotes. And it is, the sun don't care who it blinds when it shines. So let your light shine. And so, you know, when you said that, I was just like, oh, okay. I love the connection between that. And so I just wanted to, you know, speak on that for a minute, because that's amazing. And you got a lot going on as well. And I'm excited. So you said this is your first book.
Oh, yes.
And not just that, but now you're international bestseller.
Oh, yes. Bestseller #1. Oh,
okay. That is powerful. Like, okay, so when you found out that you guys went #1, how did that make you feel?
Oh,
like,
my God.
Did you cry?
Oh my, I was beaming with pride. I was glowing. I was laughing from ear to ear. I was, listen, like all the emotions, I was crying, like all the emotions came out, everything at one point. I was crying, I was laughing, you know, I was smiling, I was like posing, I was doing everything because it was just a bit of everything.
Yes, I can imagine. That is so awesome.
But I can tell you though that when the news hit, I just wished I was in a room with all the other co-authors and Dr. Tschanna Taylor just to grab that neck. And so I keep telling them, I can't wait to see you guys at the end of the month. I know it's going to be grand.
Yeah.
But it was just a mix of emotions. It was just flooding. Like everything was coming out, you know, everything.
I'm telling you. Now, since you answered all my other questions, I'm going to ask you another question, okay? So, you know.
Not fair.
You said that you are excited about, you know, connecting with everybody, you know, in one space. You know, you guys been working on this project. I'm not sure how long y'all were on this project together. How long?
I think it was 3 months and
about
something, 3+ months, somewhere there.
And see, you guys have like formed like a sisterhood, a family, right?
Yes, it's a sisterhood that I hope will never be broken. I have some amazing sisters now, and some brothers. So it's a sister brotherhood because they're
that's right.
30 females and 2 males. I keep forgetting the males. I'm sorry, Bishop.
Look, I'm sorry too.
And Minister Talbert. I'm sorry. But anyway, I think the sisters are so strong. And we pull the men in too, but we have this little bond. Like every day we are online. We're talking, we're sharing stuff, we're praying. I don't know if you've heard this, but it's the others say that it's the first group they're in, like a book anthology they're in, and the meetings turn out in church and praise and worship and prayer, and we know each other's business, and we pray and we talk and we laugh and we congratulate. It's just awesome. I don't know if they plan to let me go, but I'm never letting them go.
Oh, see, I love that. That's what I'm saying. Guys, listen.
I have a little joke to give you too, because like the other day I was coming home and I was taking the train because I went into the city. And so we were on WhatsApp, and somebody, the joker of the group, Tina, somebody said something about Dr. Tschanna snatching edges, because I tell you, when she wanted to get it right, so Tina said, sorry, it's not just my edge, it's the whole frontal. And she sent a picture of her frontal. And let me tell you, I got on the wrong train because of how much I was laughing. Listen, these girls, they had
frontal. Oh my.
It was the same night of our book launch, and these girls had me laughing. I got on the wrong train. I'm like, girls, I'm on the wrong train, and I'm at the last stop, and I don't know where I am. And I've been taking this train for however long, and Tina sent her frontal, and I was done. I was on the wrong train. I was dying. So now they're like, okay, whenever they know I'm going on the train, Duma, let's not go there because we want Bex to get home safely. We want her to get on the right train. So I'm like, you know what? Once I hit that platform, I'm putting my phone in my pocketbook. No time for y'all. So that's just how close we are. That's just how tight we talk every day. Like in the group, somebody says something and it's off. So it's a sisterhood, brotherhood, joy. It's cool. It's nice. It's funny. It's spiritual. I mean, we laugh, we have fun together. As I say, we're in each other's business every day.
Oh God, I'm laughing because you're talking about these edges and these frontals. I'm dying.
Listen, she sent her frontal, and I missed my train. I got on the wrong train. I'm telling you.
My goodness,
I should have seen it. I'm telling you.
Yes. So I'm excited. The reason I asked that question is because there's this misunderstanding about women and even men working together on a project, doing some things together, just building and growing. You know, they say, that women can't do stuff together. But this right here is a testament. Exactly. This is
That's a lie that women can't get along, that we all can't cope. That's a lie. That's a lie from the pit of hell. It's going straight back, because 13 of us, and there's no competition, there's no jealousy. We're all in this together. You bet you, if I need help and Dr. Tschanna is not available, somebody will pick me up and take me on their shoulders and carry me through whatever I need,
Yes,
and that's how we are. So that's a lie. That's a lie that women can't coexist. It's not true. Look at us. Look at the authors of ReAffirmed. We shed together, we shifted, and we're showing up together.
That's right. Look, that's a lie. Yes, we are.
It's a cursed lie.
And see, and the reason why you hear those things is because they don't want us to get together. Because when we come together, we become this force that cannot be reckoned with.
We're taking it over.
We take over. We got power in our hands, and we have so many gifts, talents as humans. I mean, not just women, but men as well. We have so many gifts that God has given us, and the things that I have that I'm good at, you might not be good at. But there are things that you're good at that I'm not good at.
No, we share.
Together, we build this platform where we mend those pieces together like a puzzle.
Right.
You look at a puzzle, and I like to tell people this because I love puzzles, okay? I thought I was supposed to be autistic or something. I don't know, but I just love puzzles. I love colors. I love, putting things back together again. You break it, you put it back together again. And so when you look at a puzzle, I always say that each and every one of us is a splinter of God. We got a piece of him. And so when you pull all of us together, we form him. We form his whole being.
Being.
And so
True.
we don't have but a splash, a little drop of each, in each one of us. However, you think about a puzzle and each one of us being a piece. I am connected to Tschanna. Tschanna is connected to all of you guys. And so because I'm connected to her, I'm now connected to all of you. And so we become a close knit, a family. And it's not that, I may know of you, but I may not connect with you. But we are still in a unit where one day God allows us to cross paths for a reason. And it may not be for today. It may be for
Right.
tomorrow, a year from now, 20 years from
Exactly.
now. But we will cross paths again and be like, you know what? I remember you when, da 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 da. And then guess what? I may need you for something. You may
Of
need me for
course.
something,
And I
right?
may need you.
Right. And so when you pull these pieces of this puzzle together, you might have a piece of the sky. I might have a piece of the grass, and somebody may have the little flowers in between. But when you start pulling it together, you see this masterpiece, this beautiful artwork with the mountains and the clouds and the birds and the trees and the flowers and the grass. You see it all, the river flowing. And that masterpiece is just beautiful to your eyes.
And if
But it
one
works
piece is
together, right?
missing, it's not the
It
same.
throws it all off. I used to
All
throw
off.
away a puzzle
All
if
off.
it was missing a piece. I used to throw it away because it's like, where's the missing piece?
Exactly. It's not the same if one or two pieces are missing. It's not the same. But when you have all those pieces and you fit it together, it's so beautiful.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So we got some good comments out here. Shout out to all my authors, reaffirmed authors. I'm so proud of you all. That's from Dr.
That's
Tschanna
from
Taylor.
Mama
She is
Bear.
proud of y'all. Yes, yes. They showing up and showing
She
out
did
up in
well.
here.
She did well. And so we're walking in her footsteps.
Yes, yes, yes. We are
She's
family and
always
it is
saying
so
that.
awesome.
She's always saying that, just listen, I got you. And she really means it. I
She
got you means
does.
I got you for Dr. Tschanna Taylor.
Yes, I can see that all day, every day. I can, because as I connected with her, it's been phenomenal. It's been awesome, and I can just imagine you guys have been with her ongoing for 3 months straight in the same spaces, communicating, seeing the good, the bad, the ugly, and the everything in between, and you're just like, yes, we're gonna
And
pull
we
this thing
didn't know
together.
each other before.
Yes, see,
We connected on the book. The only
uh-huh,
person I knew before was Dr. Tschanna Taylor because we
see,
did a few certification together. But
uh-huh.
I didn't know any of these ladies nor the gentlemen. And so we connected on the book project and we're like family. We're family.
Yes, and I love that. And it just shows that you can build some things with people that you don't know. A lot of people say, "Oh, I
Exactly.
just have to do it with her cuz she's my best friend." But your best friend did not get that conference call message from God that you got. Somebody else out here that you're supposed to connect with that's supposed to help build you up, because sometimes the closest people that they can't get you where you need to go. You have to think outside the box. You have to get outside your comfort zone, and you got to connect with
You
other
have to
people.
find like-mindedness. You have
That's
to.
right. That's right.
You have to. And you have to ditch in Jamaica, we have this thing to say the crab in a barrel mentality,
Yes.
where one person is trying to come out and then everybody else is
Everybody
pulling.
pulling them down. Yep.
Not so in this group. Everyone
Mm-hmm.
shines, and Dr. Tschanna Taylor makes sure of that. Everyone has their own platform, but we're in this thing together.
Yes. Yes. And it just grows so much better that way. So
It
I'm
should.
excited. I'm excited. Thank you
Me
so
too.
much for coming on here.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, ma'am. All
Thank
right.
you.
So don't go nowhere. I'm gonna bring you back up, but we're gonna
All
bring
right,
up
I
Miss
won't.
Donna.
I'm right here.
All right. All right. Welcome, Miss Donna. How are you? Can you hear
I'm
me?
good. How are you?
Okay. Good.
Yes, I can
Good.
hear you. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. I can. It's just a little delayed, but it's okay. It's all right. So I just
Okay.
want to thank you so much for coming on here and being a part of this show. Thank
Thank
you
you.
in advance. And I'm
Thank
going
you
to
for
give you
having
the
us.
floor. Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to let you give them who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, and I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, awesome. So, good evening, everyone. My name is Donna Holly Nelms, and I am a author, first-time author, international bestseller right now, which is awesome. I am also a mom of 5, and I'm also a foster mom to 1 bonus child. I am also a credit specialist certified, and I have done some studies in the Liberty University for biblical studies. I also am an entrepreneur, and I'm the owner of No Limits Hair Boutique LLC, where rhinestones and vision collide and spectacular happens. Um, Also, what is my chapter about? My chapter is about bowing out gracefully to a season. And basically, it's just trying to encourage those on the other side of the chapter to not stay stuck in a season, but to allow God to elevate you into new seasons. It tells you about the what happens if you actually stay stuck in the seasons and how it might not be good for your benefit. And it also encourages you to go on no matter what, even if you have to go in fear. Also, my business, I customize men, women, and children apparel. I bling out all types of shoes, sneakers, shirts, whatever you have it. That is what I specialize in. Do I have any upcoming events? We will be having our live event in North Carolina, October the 29th and 30th, and that is the Redefined Conference. And that's about it, I guess.
All right, then. All right. So, listen, I like this group. I don't have to ask them no questions for real. They give it to you. They just give it all to you, lay it on the table. And I'm just excited. Listen. I don't even know what to say. Y'all have me lost for words. It's something about this reaffirmed that just have me like all over the place, and I'm just excited to be able to share this platform so that you can let everybody know that you are reaffirmed and that they can be reaffirmed as well, you know. And so let's talk a little bit more about your chapter. Who's your chapter for?
My chapter is for those men, women who may be stuck in a season. A lot of times we get comfortable where we are, and God is trying to call and beckon us to come in season. But because things are comfortable and familiar, we miss opportunities that God has given us because we won't go. And
Mm.
it talks about the best side of the season where sometimes, we get excited and, church throw. Oh, I'm excited. God's going to take me there. Oh, I'm going elevating, la, 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 la. But sometimes you don't want to go. And just to be
Mm-hmm.
truthful, you don't want to go. I'm in a season right now where I lost my husband a few months ago, and God called to do this book just after I lost my husband. But I didn't want to go into the new season. But it's detrimental that I do, because if not, a season can kill you. It can take you out because you stayed
Yeah.
too long. Then you're wondering later on in life why it is that you're not elevated. Why have you not reached where you need to be? And you're looking at others and they're escalating and elevating, and God is blooming on them, but it's because you missed the opportunity. We cannot,
Mm.
we have to pay attention and see when God is calling us and just trust Him and go. Even if you have to go scared, go anyway. Go
My
anyway.
God. See, that's big right
So
there.
that's
I love that.
who, yes, that's who my chapter is for. For anybody that's stuck, we need to be unstuck and go into that season, because in that season awaits destiny. And like one of the authors said, people are attached to you and
Mm-hmm.
they're waiting for you to show up. So you need
That's
to
right.
shed, you need to shift, and then you need to go and show up.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's right.
that is who my chapter is speaking to.
Okay. And see, Duma said, when you don't want to go into the new season. Wow, that's a word, Donna. It is definitely a word. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people are stuck and they're stagnated. And they need to hear that.
Yes.
They need to know that l- just because one person's life ends, that does not mean yours ended. We came into this world without clothes, shoes,
Absolutely.
houses, children, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, you name it, husbands, spouses, whatever. We came into this world alone. And even if you had a twin, you still came into this
Yes.
world alone because they don't
Yeah,
pull
man.
both twins out at the same time. So therefore,
That's right.
because we know that we are to be born alone and we are to leave here alone, that does not mean that when we lose a person that we don't grieve. However, we are to take that time to find out from God, like, what is it you want me to do next? What is it? What is my next? Because when you
Yes.
stop right there and you give up on life, then God is saying, what about me? He's our
Yes.
father, right?
Yes. And that's it. And God gave us a mandate. We have a mandate no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm going through and I'm, trying to understand what God is doing and why you did this. And okay, I need to get myself together and I got to be reaffirmed to do that. God said, I gave you the mandate.
That's
At
right.
the end of the day, your mandate does not leave. Your mandate is enforced and you still must go on no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So the Bible tells us to grieve, but quickly, and then get
Right.
up and go. So
Exactly.
that's where I am. Grieve quickly and move on because I have something for you to do. And I must say, since my husband's passing, God has not failed me. He's not failed me. But I'm telling you, when I say he's showing up, God is doing things that you could not imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a single parent. I've been that married person, and now I'm that single parent. And God now has not missed a beat.
My God. My
So
God.
I'm here to get those who are stuck in grief and let them know that the mandate not changed. The calling was given a long time, and you must still fulfill the calling no matter what.
That is the truth. That is definitely the truth. Let's see. I think we have a question on Clubhouse. I'm trying to get you up here. Let's see. Let's see. But I'm excited to hear that because there's a lot of people that's stuck there. I was stuck there for a while, even in ministry.
Yes,
Just
yes,
because we know better don't mean we always do better, right? And
absolutely.
I want to let you know that in that state of mind is sometimes it's hard to just pick yourself back up
Yes,
again and to have a
yes,
sisterhood of some people that cross your
yes,
path that has been through it, that God has helped them to learn that lesson on how to get back up again, on how to
yes.
um make it where, let me see, Clubhouse is messing up over here. We're trying to get Tina up. I think she want to say something, but we can't get her up here right now.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep working on that. But I just want to, say thank you, for answering your calling, going through that process and
Thank you.
understanding
Yes.
the assignment. You know how people say she understood the assignment.
Mhm.
You understood that assignment,
Yes.
and it is
Yes.
so good right now, especially in this season of loss and grief. It is our whole world
Mhm.
is full of it, and so there's so many people that
Absolutely.
is there in that place right now, and it's
Absolutely.
it's it's right on time,
Absolutely.
And I do
I
want to
know.
say
I
my
told them.
condolences to you too.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
You were gonna say something?
I was just gonna say that one, I was in the place where God was I was questioning God. I don't know. I was kind of not taught but heard throughout Christian life. oh, you never question God, you just accept God and what He gives you, and you just be okay with it. But I'm not that one. I questioned. I wanted to know why. We did everything right, we lived right. So why did you do this? And I went through the process, and I'm still going through it. But one day He told me, "Your grieving is going to be quick because you've got to go back and get others." I would get into these with the groups, and I couldn't even stay in there because it's so much grief in there. I said, if I stay in here, I'm gonna be depressed, and my life will be depressed. I can't stay here. I can't. I know it's widows, and I know we going through, but I can't stay here. I got to get out of these books. And then that's when He said, that's because your grieving process will be quick. I got to use you to go get others and get them unstuck. So that's what He's doing. It's a process. I cry sometimes, but I will tell you, my tears are starting to dry up because now I understand and I can see where God has taken me. Thank God for Tschanna. Thank you, God, for her vision. Thank God that she was sensitive enough to say yes to the vision, because we are now attached to her. And when she goes up, we see her.
That is good. That is so good. Donna, your story is so powerful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Because, like I said, with this COVID going on, and then, just regular loss, there's a lot of loss outside of COVID, but
Yes.
you don't hear a lot of people talking about that right now because COVID is the number
Yes.
one thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
However, I had miscarriages. I lost my dad to congestive heart failure.
Yes.
Um, just right before the pandemic, my father passed, and then trying to push forward and continue to build my business and
Mm-hmm.
grow. I try to suppress, right? And so a lot of people
Yes.
are
Mm-hmm.
suppressing that feeling and not
Mm-hmm.
allowing themselves to grieve. And so it's good to know that you grieved, you got it out, and you're at a point, not saying that you're still not grieving in your own way. However,
Yes.
you're
Right.
aligning with the purpose of God, and you're doing what thus says the Lord, and you're moving forward, and you're able to help bring people to where you are. Because I mean, I think everybody would agree with me and say that you look good. You don't look like what you've been through.
Thank you.
And that right
Thank
there
you.
is a blessing in itself, you know?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine. I couldn't
No,
imagine
it
going
was
through that.
it was rough. It's rough, but
Hmm.
God is able,
Yes, he is.
and that's
Yes,
what I
he
stand
is.
on. God is able.
Yeah, that's what they say is that he is able to do just what he
That's
said
it.
he would do.
Just what
See,
He
I'm a
said He'd
singer,
do,
so
and
I
He's
get those
doing
words and they start to stick. That's my ministry music. So
it. Me
yes,
too.
see, I'm telling you, that's why, I was talking to Monica in the background and she was getting down and I was feeling it through the screen. And I was like, listen,
Hmm.
keep going, boo, keep going. Give God his praise. This is
Absolutely.
amazing accomplishment. And when you have succeeded at a thing that God is a part
That's
of,
it.
you got to give him the glory. You got to give him the honor. You got to give him the
Have to.
praise. Mm-hmm. Because he spared your
You
life for
definitely
such a
have
time as
to. There's
this.
no slacking.
That's right. That's right. So this is good. This is so good. Oh my goodness. Look, I don't know if I clicked these already or not, but I'm putting their comments back up again because I'm in awe, about the goodness of God and how he just shows up and shines his light through you guys. You guys all I have been able to relate with in one way or another. And it's just amazing to me, to have such beautiful ladies come on this platform and share how they can help other people, you know,
Yeah.
and that's big for me.
Yes.
That's really
Yes.
big for me. So,
Yes.
right now we're going to, give you an opportunity to say anything else that you might want to say before I bring the whole crew back and we close out.
I would just say, go with God. Never doubt him. God is who he says he is. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He is that keeper in the midnight hour. He is there for your blessings. He's there for your downfalls. God is just who he says he is. And
Yes.
he just asks us and requires one thing, and that's just to believe. That's all he asks, just to believe. If you can believe in anything else, you can believe in him. I mean, he's the author and finisher of our faith.
Yes,
We
he is.
live, we move, and we have our being in him. No one else. No one else. So just grab hold of who he is. If you don't know him, then ask him to help you to know him. If you do know
That's
him,
right.
go deeper. Go deeper.
Mm, that's right. That's right. I'm loving this. Look. Yes, Lord. Yes, he is. And I say, thank you, God. See, y'all keep getting these songs down up in
Yes.
my shana now. Y'all gonna stop this madness. Y'all have me in
My
here
shana
singing.
now.
Yeah, down in the shana now. I'm telling you.
In
Look,
the
I
shana
told you I
now.
already feel the spirit of song resonating up in my spirit, my bones, all of that. I'm watching Monica. I'm telling y'all, Monica about to
Yeah,
blow.
I tried to sing. I tried to go in.
Yes. Look, she said, go ahead and sing, right? She killed me. She like, sing. Come on and sing. But I'm gonna bring everybody back up because I'm telling you, this has been so phenomenal. I really enjoyed you, ladies, and I want to make sure I bring
Thank
everybody.
you
If y'all
so
ready in the
much.
back, just wave your hand. Okay. When you raise your hand, I'm gonna bring you up, Miss Betsy, Miss Linda. Y'all ready? I can't see Miss Betsy. There she go. All right. Okay.
You hear me?
Uh-huh. I can hear
It's
you.
not my fault. I keep getting kicked off. I don't know why.
It's okay. Look, I just want to make sure we can see you when you come on screen.
I'm
Look,
here waving like crazy, and you're not.
Tiasha,
yes, yes,
this is Tschanna. I want to take this opportunity. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, I
Mm,
want to take this
yes.
opportunity. I'm looking at Clubhouse and I want to stop right here and take this opportunity. I am a firm believer in Titus 2, right? And
Uh-huh.
so the Titus 2 principle that we learned in the Bible talks about the older person taught the younger person, right? So
Uh-huh.
none of this would be possible without my mentor. She's on Clubhouse listening in, and I just want to give her a shout out to Apostle, and she gonna get me later. Apostle Cheryl Ferguson, y'all. This is my best friend when I need information in the publishing world. This is my go-to, y'all. This is a bad woman. So if y'all are not following her on Clubhouse, go follow her on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever she's at. Find her. Ferguson Literary Group. That's who keeps me grounded. And I just wanted to take this opportunity just to tell her thank you for all that you pour into me. I love you.
Okay, awesome. You heard that, Miss Cheryl? You could come up and speak if you want to say something back. Come on up in the room. Yes, that is so awesome. See, I love mentorship. Mentorship is so phenomenal. And people take it, for granted and don't even understand the power behind that connection and collaboration. That is just awesome. It's awesome. So I just, I'm
Yes.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. So I was bringing people up if they wanted to ask any questions. Y'all have any questions in the audience? Tina, Ebony, Miss Cheryl, or Apostle Cheryl? Do y'all have any questions for the guests? You can unmute your mic.
I don't have any questions, but I'm just super, super excited, super, super godly proud of each and every one. But I do got one question for Linda. This is for Linda. When you say letting go, and how does that process when you need to let some people go? How did you go about that process?
I'm actually still going through the process, but it started with me just saying no, and putting the responsibilities of other people back on them. You know, just with starting with my children, just, you know, oh, mom, can you take me here? Oh, mom, can you do this? Oh, mom, can you do that? Okay, my oldest is 29. My youngest is 22. I'm saying no, no. So that's what I started with. And then now I'm getting more comfortable with it. And sometimes people will say, you know, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'll go to say, oh, okay, no, I got it. And I said, you know what? I can't. I have to, I'm doing this right now. So that's where it started. And yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a trickle down effect because now I'm a beast. now, now, now I'm like, no. But I am like, I'm getting more comfortable with it. And I'm not trying to be nasty about it. That's the thing. You don't want to be nasty about it or rude, but you have to just, you know, keep things in perspective and just, you know, everybody do their thing. You help when you can help, and when you can't, you say no. And but I love you. That's I love you.
Yes.
And paste your smile.
I love that. I love that. Because, you know, a lot of people don't understand that when we say yes to everything that everybody wants us to do, we are getting out of alignment with our purpose and what it is that God has us to do. Because when it's a lot of noise in our ear, you know, like I said, I have my spiritual ear over here that I'm deaf in the natural, but then that other ear that's in the natural gets loud sometimes, and we start to hear everybody saying, "Tiasha, I need you. I got you. I need this. I need that," and you're like, "I don't have time. I can't even focus on what God told me to do." Because I keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting. And so then it ties up your purpose, and it ties up someone else healing and deliverance, and it ties up so many things for our future. And we wonder why we're broke, busted, and disgusted. Right? Yeah. So when we saying no to them, like you said, it's not saying I don't love you, that I don't want to help you, or that I can't. But the Bible also says that you teach a person to fish so that they can fish for a lifetime. You don't just give them the fish. That's what a lot of people want us to do, just give them the thing. You know, you do it so well, just do it. No. And saying no to them is saying yes to yourself and yes to what God has called you to do. And I love that. I love that. That's powerful. That's powerful.
My God, thank you. And then for you, Bernally, I got a question for my friend on the wrong train. And that's a joke for y'all in the room that wasn't in there. It's a joke. It's a thing that happens.
I can't hear too well. I don't know.
You can't hear?
No.
She's laughing right now.
She's laughing right now. Okay, let me give myself a because you're right. I guess now I have officially become the comedian of the group. So listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Not enough. Not enough. What helped you transition, or are you still transitioning into the fact that you are enough?
Tiasha, could you repeat the question if you heard it correct, clearly?
Repeat the question one more time, Miss Tina. You said when she said not enough.
She was not enough. When did she realize that she was enough, or what triggered or what transpired for her to know she was enough, or is she still developing that?
Did you catch it that time? What triggered you to know that you were not enough? Or are you still transitioning from the not enough?
I'm not sure if I understand you.
She said you was talking about not being enough. Right? So she wants to know, are you still in that transition? Or and you said what triggered it, Miss Tina?
No, not what triggered, like what transitioned her. What was the thing that let her know? Might not be saying the right thing. Like when she said not enough. Now, what helped her? Can you help me, Dr. Tschanna, what I'm trying to ask?
So what she's saying,
because I'm not hearing her. Tell her to text it in the group, and then I'll answer.
No, I got you.
She got
you.
You heard both. She can hear. Yeah.
I can hear both. Yeah. So what she's
Oh,
asking is, what caused you to realize that you are enough? What was that
oh.
moment? The
So let me
transition.
start from when I felt when I didn't even know I was enough. And that's while I was married and allowing a man to abuse me because I allowed it. I stayed in it, so I allowed it. So I didn't know my worth. When I knew I was enough, when I knew I was about to, because my transformation came first. And my transformation began when my daughter looked me in the eyes and said, Mommy, when is it just going to be me and you? And at that point,
Wow.
I knew I had to make a decision. I knew my decision, her happiness was going to be based off of my decision. So my transformation started there. When I knew I was enough, when I knew I was reaffirmed, is when I started sharing my story and helping other women see that no matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Because look at me. If I found my tiger strength to pull myself up from this bully, to grab my child, to face a horrible divorce, divorce court for me was no joke. Okay. And especially because my child was involved. And at the time, I think she was about maybe 6 or 7. So when I knew I was enough was when I found my voice to share my story, to start shedding light on domestic violence and all that it shouldn't be, to help other women see that, listen, if you're going through what I just passed through, it's not right. Love doesn't hurt. People do. You need to speak up, speak out, get up and get out. That's when I knew I was reaffirmed. That's when I knew I was enough. And I made a vow at that point that me, Betsy Evans Bennett, will never again allow anyone to dim my light. I was going to be that beacon on that hill. You know, when the airplanes are coming in and before they get on that tarmac, they have this light and people doing all signs and signals to let them know, okay, you're in the right direction. So that's me. I'm that beacon. I'm that light. And I made a vow. I'm like, listen, never again will someone have that much power over me to make me feel worthless, to make me have no self-esteem, to make my confidence under my feet, you know. So that's when I knew, Tina, that I was reaffirmed. When I could tell you my story, when I could tell you that my shame, my pain made me step into my purpose. And I am unapologetically walking every day in my purpose. I'm walking it out. I'm walking it out.
Yes. That is awesome. That's awesome.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm over here, Lord Jesus, I'm over here crying, starting back and run over here, girlie. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm like them in
I told y'all that when Dr. Tschanna Taylor is done with me, I'm going to be that butterfly I preach and I teach about. I'm going to break from this cocoon and I'm going to fly. She's going to be like, where did you go?
Yes, 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 yes. It's break free time.
Thanks,
That's what
Tina.
I'm talking
Thanks,
about.
Tina. Mwah, I love you, boo.
You heard that, Tina?
I love her back. I love her back.
She love you back, she said. Yes, 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 yes. Do anybody have any other questions? Apostle Cheryl, you want to come up? I don't know if she want to come up or not. I invited her. So maybe she'll come up for a moment. But while we wait and see if we have any more questions, I want to ask one last question of you guys. Now, if y'all was watching last Wednesday, you know my question, right? So my question for you guys, because I'm all about waking up winning no matter what, because losing is not an option. So we want to talk about what does winning mean to you? So we'll start with you, Donna, since you're next to me on the screen.
Did you say Donna?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So winning for me takes me back to the book of Esther. And as we all know, Esther became the queen and saved her people. But before Esther became a queen, Esther was an orphan. Esther had lost her parents, and her uncle Mordecai had to raise her. So in that winning, Esther had to shed, and she had to shed her orphanage stigmatizations that were put on her. When you're an orphan, you don't meet the qualifications. When people look at you and they think about you, they always think trouble. They always label you in a negative atmosphere. So she had to shed that. Then she had to shift. And Mordecai helped her with the shifting process because he had to teach her who she was, teach her values, teach her where she came from, teach her how to shed off the orphanage status so she can get to the queen status. And then she had to shift and get prepared to meet the king. And when in shifting to get prepared to meet the king, they took a couple of months or years to do this. This was not a process that was just, I get into the palace and I meet the king. They had to prep her. Thank God for Mordecai teaching her her values and who she was so that it was not as hard for her to shift when it was time to shift. Now, in that story, you never hear about the other princesses or other women who were being prepared as well. You only hear about Esther and her was. When Esther finished, she went from shed to shift to showing up. I am that Esther. I am an orphan. My process, I never came home from the hospital. My mom and dad both was on drugs, doing some stuff. There was a Mordecai in my life, actually two. When my adoptive mother came to the orphanage to look for I wasn't even there. Like Esther, I was not there. I was being prepared though. My first Mordecai called my second Mordecai, who is now my mom, and told her, Miss Holly, there's a child that I think you might be a great fit for. Can you please come back so that you can meet this child? And she came back and she met me. And when she met me, that is when they started the paperwork to do the adoption for me. Not only did she adopt me, remember, Esther is the queen. She had to save her people. I was the first African-American child to go into a single family home in the state of New Jersey. Before me, you could not do that. It was not, single parents could not adopt in the state of New Jersey. I'm the one that set the bar through God. So I am that Esther. And now it's time for me to show up and make it room for others. So I do foster care. And I open my home with my husband. And now I'm still, even when my husband passed, they did I want to turn the child back in because of this tragic situation. My response was, Tim, I have a mandate. And I had that mandate before I got here. I had that mandate before I got married. And I mandate when that I'm back to children and let them know that they too are Esther's and Mordecai's in the making. So that's what winning means to me. When I win, my children win. When I win, the foster system wins. When I win, those who are attached to me win.
Man, that was big. That is amazing. Oh my God. See, and you would never know by looking at you. See, that's what I said. You don't look nothing like what you've been through. And I didn't know none of that part. Mm-hmm. But to know now, to hear that, it's like, wow. You know, the things we take for granted when it comes to, you know, showing up and showing out and being who we are purposed to be. And other people are looking at you like you just got it all together because they don't know. They don't know what you've been through. My God. And that's powerful. That's powerful. Look, thank you for that. And see, and this is why I like to ask this question, because everybody gonna have a different answer. And it's gonna resonate. Yes. Again, just like the testimonies. They're gonna resonate. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Again, I'm excited. Oh, Lord.
Thank you. Me
Oh,
too.
Jesus. Yes. Look, we got Miss Laura came over on Clubhouse. You had a question for us, Miss Laura?
No, I didn't have a question. I just want to thank you, sisters. I've been following you from the first time you started through. My sister Tina, who I thank God for. And I am just truly, truly, truly excited for all of you, and I can't wait to read the book and hear all of your testimonies. And you have all truly been an inspiration to me. So I thank God for each and every one of you.
Yes, 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 yes. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for that comment, Miss Laura.
Thank you, Miss Laura.
Everybody saying thank you.
Thank you, Mama Laura. Thank you, Mama Laura. You're all so welcome.
This is so awesome. I love it. So, Dr. Tschanna, I know we heard from you last week. You want to say again, like, what does winning mean to you?
Before I do share what winning means to me, I want y'all to know, I don't know for those on Clubhouse, you can't see me, but I'm over here about to do the daggone shuffle foot listening to Donna. My God, I didn't know all of that was in you. Jesus. My God. So, I will share with you that for me, I know I told you the other day that, you have to not focus on the status quo, but I also want to tell you too that it doesn't matter, what you've been through in life, right? Your identity and your value don't change because of these things that you've been through. Y'all heard what I shared earlier today, right? And so that still makes you a queen. That still makes you a king, brother, if it's a man listening, right? And so the voice of your past wants you to believe that you are not qualified, that you are less than. And we come as reaffirmed authors to share with you that you are not less than, and to hold your head up, adjust your crown, and put on your robe of magnificence. Why? Because if God could still use Mary to birth Jesus, he definitely can use you to birth the mission and the purpose that he has placed in your life. So my question to you is, as we win together, what are you going to birth?
Y'all heard that question. Y'all put it answer in the comment. She waiting. Listen, because she ready to hold some people accountable. I see it already. I see it in the eyes. Y'all didn't see that? Y'all saw that look? Listen.
Yeah.
She ready. She is ready. Come on now. Listen. I'm excited. That is awesome. What are you getting ready to birth? What is it? What is it? Because we ready to hold you accountable. Because I did the same thing with Sharnika. I said, Instagram, let's do it. Right? So who next? Who else we got to hold accountable this evening? Yes, because y'all are shedding and shifting and showing up in this place today. This is awesome. So we're going to go to Miss Betsy. She's next on the screen. You want to tell us, what does winning mean to you?
Okay. All right. So winning to me is having my daughter hold her phone and come up and say, "Mama, is this you?" Saying, "Mommy, you have your own book now. You are part of a book." Saying, "Mommy, I just watched you with Les Brown." Saying, "Mommy, you were on that stage or this one." So that's what winning means to me. Seeing the pride and the joy and feeling her excitement. That's what winning means to me. Also, having my kids. I'm a former educator. I taught in my home country before migrating. and having, maybe some of them are on tonight, and having them still looking up to me, still holding on to me as a role model, still saying, Auntie, you got this. I mean, I'm not in the classroom molding their little minds anymore. They're all grown now. But they still hold on to me for that motivation and that inspiration. They still cheer me on. That's what winning is to me. Winning to me is walking in my God-given, my God-ordained, my divinely orchestrated purpose. Winning is doing exactly what I'm called to do. Who I am for me, because I lost my identity some time ago. So who I am is winning to me. Knowing who I am is winning to me. And so I'm trying to get out of this perfectionism business, because perfection is unattainable. But if I do my utmost best, I definitely will catch excellence. And so winning for me is walking in my integrity, holding my head high, pronouncing my truth, allowing it to shape me into becoming my own beautiful me, and doing so excellently. So that's what winning means to me, walking in my intended purpose in excellence.
Listen, I have to say this because everything you said was phenomenal. I heard one word and it set me an alarm in my forehead. I'm going to tell you what that word is. It's trying. We're not trying to do nothing. It's already done. So we're not trying to get out of perfectionism. We have done it. We are doing it. It is done already. So we're going to shift those words around because we're going to speak those affirmations, right? The I am, I can, I have, I do. So everything that you say, make sure that it starts with I am, I can, I have, I do, because it's already done. It's already done. It's only a mind shift. And and so everything that you said was like so phenomenal. I was like, yes, that part. I was like trying to stay in my seat over here. I'm like Tschanna right now, like I can run around the room real quick because y'all are doing y'all thing right now. And y'all, I don't even think, a lot of times people don't even realize that their purpose is big, because we've been programmed to think small. And so we use words like, I can't do this part, but I can do this. And you try to change it. But that word, but, whatever you say before the but, like if you say, I can do this, but I can't do this, you just negated everything you said before the word but. So we want to remove that word too. We want to just shift that on out our vocabulary, because we can do all things through Christ who give us strength and the power. Oh my God. And even, oh man, listen, I'm trying to get my words together. I can't even talk tonight. Y'all have me shook up on this project. I don't know what y'all got going on, but this affirmations just give me chills for real. And then, to hear what you said, that resonated with me when it comes to the children, because I have 6 children. I'm pregnant with number 7, and I have 3 angel babies. So I would have had 9 personal babies, but and then I have my bonus baby. However, in that process, I have like this banner behind me, right? And when my children saw this banner and they saw my face on it right there, you see, they were just like, Mom, that's you? When I got that book done, Mom, you wrote a book? That feeling is phenomenal. So I can totally relate. And then your neighbor, the kids, the neighbors, they come over and like, man, Tiasha, you have to be rich right now. Yeah, I should be, but I'm not. But thank you for thinking of me in that way, But I'm rich though. I'm still rich. I'm rich with knowledge and wisdom. And that is the best richness that you can ever have. And for your children to just look at you and say, Mom, you did that thing. I can totally relate. And that's amazing. That's amazing. And, especially with all you've been through, domestic violence and things of that nature, and your daughter to tell you, Mom, you better than that. You bigger than that. Like, let's go. We got this. She believed in you from then, and she's steady believing in you. And when she see that smile on your face, she's like, it's all for a purpose. It's all for a reason. And you are helping her future by saying, you know what? It's about us. It's about us and your happiness and your smile, because God gave you that baby, and he told you, listen, this is the child that I called you to take care of. And so when you made that shift, sometimes it's hard because you think about marriage and you think about the Bible, and he's like, oh no, we're supposed to stay together through death do us part, through sickness and health, and you hear all the vows and it sticks. But when you understand that shift that you made, that shift right there, you talk about the butterfly. The butterfly has to shed that cocoon. It has to come out of it. I'm getting tongue tied. I actually stutter, y'all. Listen, that's a true fact about me, right? um So I have to stop and think sometime when I'm talking, but I'm just so passionate, and I'm trying not to cry because I understand that domestic violence piece. I understand when your children are looking at you helpless and they don't know what to do, where to go, what the next step is, and their hands are tied because they are tied between I love my mom, I love my
That's
dad,
my bad.
and I don't want to see y'all break up because I want to keep y'all together because I need y'all there for me. But to see their mom hurt or their father hurt in a situation, and for you to be able to say, listen, we're going to do this thing together. And for her to look up to you the way she looks up to you and to say those things, that's powerful. That's powerful. And I was that child. So I'm resonating with that situation right now because sometimes it's hard to let go. Sometimes it's hard to move forward. And I love that. I love your strength. I love the butterfly you're becoming. I can see you breaking out. I can see it. I can totally see it. My God. My God.
My God. Well, Tiasha, you have officially been banned up.
I have. I'm trying. Listen, I'm trying, Jesus. Oh my God. Yes, I have. Tina, yes, I have.
So that's what it
Ooh,
is when we
Jesus.
say being banned. This is what it is when we talk about it. When the Holy Spirit take over, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
I can't shake it. I can't even shake. I'm trying to listen. I got two more people.
We'll just let him have his way.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Thank you, God. Oh, Lord. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Listen, this is awesome. There is no way one person can relate to everybody's situation. This is impossible. I'm about to have a heat stroke over here. I'm getting hot. I feel the fire. The fire. I'm telling y'all, I'm not kidding. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Jesus. Have your way, Lord. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Whew, okay. Let's try to do this thing. Listen, if y'all are in this audience right here on TWC 24.7 Podcast Radio, Jesus, the Winners Connection, where the Winners Connect. Have to do me a little split second so I can get myself together, y'all. Listen, I know y'all feeling this because ain't no way in the world I'm feeling this by myself. My face is turning red. I can't even shake. I can't even shake the power of God right now if I wanted to. My God. My God. Listen, Monica, do me a favor. Can you sing us a song so I can get myself together? Let's last a little time. Listen,
In the world.
look, I didn't put you on the spot. It's your birthday, girl. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. My God.
Come
My
on,
God.
Monica, you can do it.
You got this. You got this.
I'm just gonna sing just a song of the Lord right now. It's a song that I had sung to the Lord before, but it's not an actual song. Um Lord, break within my heart. Oh, Lord, Lord, break up the fallow ground within my heart. Oh,
That was beautiful.
thank you.
I love that. I love that. Oh my God. I still ain't ready, y'all. I ain't gonna tell you no story. My God. God is in this place. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Miss Linda. You okay to speak? I'm not. I'm not. Oh, Jesus.
I can do my best. Thank you, Monica. You're just gonna take us on out, okay? All right. Winning for me is with my life, with my words, how I treat people. Is just to help people to see that there's more to God than just salvation. We have to just believe that He wants so much more for us. That to get past salvation and go on to being delivered, go on to being healed, so that you can walk in freedom. That's what He wants for everybody, and we can't just get stuck at, I'm saved, I'm good, I read my Bibles every once in a while or whatever. He wants a relationship. And then once we get to that place, He can do so much for us. He can take us places where we can't even imagine. The word tells us about He'll do things for us that we can't even imagine or think about. Now, just listen to that you can't even think about. That's crazy to me. So when we get stuck and we stop at just, I'm saved, I'm saved, I'm going to heaven. That's it. We good. There's so much more that we can't even imagine that God will do for you. So my winning for me is to share that, to live that with my life, and to try to get people to realize that for themselves. Because let me just tell you, one of the things that I really love about God is when He does those things for you that you don't tell anybody about. When you're praying or you're fasting or you're believing Him for something and He just does, and then you're blown away. Donna and I are friends, so sometimes we tell each other certain things just so when it happens, we know, like, okay, no, that's what he said, that's what she said, that's what. So but when those times when you just pondering something in your heart and you can't get that being stuck at salvation, you have to go further. You have to build your relationship with Him. You have to get all that He has for you. So winning for me is using my voice and using my life to take people there, to show them. It wasn't easy coming up being a mom with 4 kids by myself. It was not easy at all. But I watched God do some stuff. If I could just share this one testimony. There was a time my mom and my dad came from New York and they surprised me. Now, my children were small. They were young. So a little pack of chicken, that was good for us. My parents came, they surprised me, and I'm thinking, oh my God. So I'm in the kitchen and I'm frying this chicken, and I'm in the kitchen. I'm thinking, Lord, I can't have them not eat. We can't sit here. What am I going to do? Didn't have anything else in the refrigerator, right? When I tell you that God multiplied that chicken right on that table, because we all ate, we were all full, and there was chicken left over. It was a supernatural thing. And I tell you no lie, it was a small little pack of chicken. It probably was about, I don't know, 8, 9 pieces in there to my eye. But God manifested that thing. And I got chills now. I'm telling you. So my thing is like, please go further with God than salvation. Go further. He has so much for us. So that's winning for me.
My God. Everybody's like, God is speaking to us. Thalbert said, God is speaking to us. You better preach. Yes, Laura says hallelujah. Tina's like, my God. Laura's like, amen, amen, amen. Deborah like, it's a new season. And you're absolutely right. Because God just did a shift on this thing today. My God. So we got Monica. Monica, you ready? Tell them what winning means to you.
To me is overcoming what was meant to kill you.
Mm.
And the reason why I say that is because when I think back to when I was a little girl, I endured so much stuff. I endured my mother abandoned me as a child. My grandfather had to raise me. And then when I was living with my grandfather, he had remarried, and his second wife's son, when I was 3, he molested me. And it's funny because I can remember being watching TV, watching cartoons, and hearing him call my name and going to see what he wanted, and he touched me. He fondled me. And he said, don't tell anybody. So, when you're a child, you do what people tell you. So I didn't say anything. I went back downstairs, and this went on for a little while, but I never told anybody. When I was 6 years old, my mother came and she took me away from my grandfather. And I lived with her, I think, for a year. And in that time, she had a living boyfriend, and she was very neglectful. She was only 22. And he raped me, okay? I was a little 6-year-old child being introduced to sex at a very young age. And so heard the same thing. Don't tell your mama. Number one, she's not gonna believe you. Number two, if you do, I'm gonna hurt her. I'm gonna hurt your brother and your little sister. So I didn't say anything. It was to the point, it was so bad. It got so bad that he would sneak in my room at night to lay with me. He would literally get out of my mama's room when she was asleep and come in my bedroom and do what he did and would leave. So every opportunity he got, that's what he did. And so I just remember when my grandfather finally came and got me, I was so happy because I was just like, I was living in a nightmare. And I felt like I would go through this forever. But one thing about it, and I mean, I've endured a lot of stuff. I've endured having like suicide attempts. I've endured bullying, not by kids, but by grown-ups as a child. I know what it's like to be a child and to be bullied by an adult that's supposed to look out for you, that's supposed to protect you and watch over you. So growing up, I never felt protected. And growing up, I never really felt loved because the people that were supposed to love and protect me didn't. I endured the labels from teenager on up to even now as an adult. But one thing I can honestly say, it's only by the grace of God that I don't hate people. It's only by the grace of God that I still have His love in my heart for people. Yes. It's only by the grace, because I have gone through so much stuff and so much disappointment and so much rejection from people. And it seemed like every single time when I was trying to look for that affirmation from people, I got disappointed. And I remember asking God, like, what is so wrong with me? Why don't people love me? Why won't they love me? What's wrong with me? Why am I not enough? Why am I not good enough to be loved? And He was like, you are good enough. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And even with what I'm in the situation in now, and I know the Lord's going to transition me because He's already transitioned me. And I'm gonna tell you, when I got off from work today, I fell asleep on my couch, and I literally had a dream. I was ascending. I felt it. I was being lifted up.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I woke up because I fell asleep with some gum in my mouth. I ended up kind of coughing and it woke me up. But I literally, in those moments, I felt myself being lifted up. There was no elevator. There was nothing. I just remember being lifted up.
Mm-hmm.
And God just let me know, I got you. God let me know I was the one that kept your mind. I was the one. That's the reason why you never went crazy. That's the reason why you could never kill yourself when you wanted to.
My
That's
God.
the reason why, even though you've been told so many things, the day before my birthday, the Lord was literally dealing with me. And I went in my room after we had the event, the book launch. And I went in my room and I laid on the floor and it's like God started peeling the labels off of me. He's like,
Mm.
you're not rejected.
Praise
You're
God.
not you are not depressed. You are, all the things that I've been told by people. You don't need healing. You already healed. I've already
Mm.
healed you. All the things that people have told me, and the word tells us, yes, in the multitude, there's wisdom in the multitude of counselors. But one thing God told me, He said, can't nobody live your life for you but you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get out of the whole needing so many voices. Yes, honor the people that God gives you, but do not let them become God. There's no substitute for Him.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times we mess up because we put them in that
Category.
in that category in His seed. And what happens is we get hurt, we get crushed, and He has to come and build us back up again. He has to come and restore us. He has to come. And the thing about it though, He loves us so much, He gonna do it anyway because He has so much He wants us to do.
Mm-hmm.
He has, like I said, I remember last year when I was going through a lot of stuff and I was supposed to do my initial sermon and I was going through so much warfare. And God asked me, He said, who called you? Who
Mm.
called you? He said, I called you to do my will. It ain't about your leaders. It ain't about what nobody thinks. It ain't about what nobody got to say. Who called you? They didn't call you.
Mm-hmm.
I called you. Do my will. Don't worry about what they're talking about. They mean well,
Mm-hmm.
but only I intimately know you because I created you. I know everything about you. I know everything about you. Trust in me, believe in me, rest in me. I got you. So I just, that's why I said, um, overcoming what was meant to kill you makes you a winner in my eyes because it's only by the grace of God that I have not lost my mind. It's only by the grace of God that I didn't end up dead or killing somebody because of all the stuff that has gone on in my life personally. I can still smile. I smile every single day. I compliment people every single like when people come around, they always say, "Oh my gosh, you're like sunshine. Oh my gosh, you so sweet." Da, da, da. But they have no idea. They have no clue. They have no clue. But God, it's by Him. It's His fruit of the Spirit that rests, rules, and abides within me. That's the only reason why I'm able to still smile and love and be kind and to keep pushing forward because I'm not a survivor. I'm an overcomer, and that's what makes me a winner.
I love that. I love that. Look, Laura said they just don't know. And Tina says, yes, sunshine on a cloudy day. Look, I can hear you singing that song over there too, Tina. You're so funny. And and Linda says, and you have a beautiful smile. See, that is so awesome. The grace and mercy. I'm telling you, God's grace is sufficient enough.
Man, y'all had me going to church over here. I'm sitting here like I'm trying to sit back and hold, I'm twiddling my thumbs. I'm trying to stay cool, calm, and collected. But when God is in the thing, yeah, you moving out your seat and shifting and shedding and showing up and doing all those amazing things, right? Look, the Lord said, let's go to church, sis. I know that's right. Oh my God, this was so awesome, so phenomenal. I'm unmuting everybody. But I'm just I can't unmute you, Donna. I don't know. I think you muted it. Latina said, yes, you are overcomer. That is definitely it. We are definitely overcomers of our situations. And when God sends us through to a situation, he gets us through a situation to the other side so that we can show up, right? And so we're showing up right now. Y'all are showing up right now. Y'all did the whole shed and the shift, and now y'all showing up. So you can't stop here. It's only up from here. At this point, you guys have, like you said, a mandate. Yeah, I have a mandate on y'all lives to just continue to be great. And I can't wait to see what's next for all of you guys. And again, make sure y'all stay connected. You got something going on, share it with me so I can be a part when I can. I do got a lot going on, but at the same time, I'm all about connecting, collaborating, and making sure that you guys get to where y'all are going. That's my mandate. My mandate is to help people get that exposure and that marketing and that branding piece. That's what God gave me. I'm a minister of the marketplace. This is my lane. I just love it. The media, the graphics, that's things that I love to do. And see, I'm choking over here because I'm trying to keep my cool. I'm still trying not to cry, guys. Y'all listen. Y'all did something to me tonight. I don't know what this is, but Jesus, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I believe I will. Yes. So, guys, listen. Do anybody have anything else to say before we close out?
I just want to say thank you once again for this amazing opportunity to share with you and to share with everyone that's watching or either listening what Reaffirmed is all about. Definitely be sure to go to Amazon and check out that international best-selling work.
Yes. Look at Ebony. She said, you got Pam to, I sure did. And I had no clue what that was until last Wednesday.
Yeah.
They schooled me on it in the after party. We had the after party and they schooled me on that. Yes. So we got this right here too, right? Mr. Tschanna.
I'm sorry.
We got this too. The Reaffirm book, bit.ly. Reaffirm book.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely. Yes. We're for your participation today, we're hanging out with us. We do have a free ebook you can download at bit.ly/reaffirmed affirmations, all one word, lowercase letters.
Yes. Let me see. I think I got that one too. Because we got the link. Oh no, that was for the book launch, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The Reaffirmed book. Sorry, I put the wrong one up. So we got Reaffirmed book, right? So that's what
Reaffirmed affirmations.
I did it wrong.
Yeah.
Huh? That's what we did last time. So I messed that
Yeah,
up.
that was the book launch. We had that.
Okay, so I clicked the wrong one. Yes, there you go. Here it comes. It's moving slow. It don't want to act right. Let's see. There it go. There it go. Okay, so we in business, y'all. Listen, I want to make sure that it comes up and stay up so people can get it. Okay, there we are. See, technology. We working on it. We working on it. But I am so grateful to have you guys here. I'm thankful that I was able to connect with you, get to know y'all a little bit better. Because when you have someone on your platform, a lot of times you speak to them first. I hadn't got an opportunity to speak to everybody other than, hey, here's the flyer. You're on here tonight. Come on. And maybe a little happy birthday shout out or a little, connection. I think Linda was over in Clubhouse with me today earlier. So, we had a little interaction, but not a lot. And so I just love when it's authentic and it grows together. It goes together and flows like it did on tonight. Again, I am so overwhelmed, overjoyed, so excited about y'all book launch. Those that are first time authors, those that are reoccurring authors, those that are number one Amazon international bestsellers. Y'all rock that thing, right? So that is amazing. Thank you guys so much for being on this platform on tonight, for sharing your testimony, sharing what winning means to you, sharing about your book project and how people need to get it. Y'all go get that book, get that book, get that book. It is called Reaffirmed, Shed, Shift, and Show Up. Go get it. Okay. Y'all don't want to, not participate in this event, not event, but this book launch because you heard it here from their mouth, their testimonies, and we are still not done yet. We have one more day with the Reaffirm group. So we got Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Tschanna will be back with some of the other phenomenal co-authors, and we're going to show up again. We're going to shed, shift, and show up again. Like she said, last Wednesday was the shedding. Today was the shifting because I sure felt that shift and that move of God on tonight, okay? And next Wednesday, they are going to show up. Yes. So I'm excited. I'm just overjoyed. And I wouldn't have had this no other way. I thank God for allowing me to get back on this platform so that I can have people like you come on here and share with the world exactly what they need to hear. And you don't even understand the power behind it. You just know God is telling you to move, and you're like, God, I don't want to. But He's like, you going to, whether you want to or not. If you know, like I know, you don't tell God no.
I second that.
So, yes, Lord. So thank you, ladies, so much. I really enjoyed you guys. And
Thank
I'm
you.
going to send you guys to the back. And I'm going to try to close out if I can. If I can get myself together, I'm going to close out, right? So thank you again for coming on tonight.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks for
you.
having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Oh, you see how y'all did me? You see how they did me tonight? Listen, I know y'all got a little bit of that too. I know you did. Because when I tell you He's up to something. He is definitely up to something. But I just want to go ahead and close this thing out. Guys, listen. This platform is for individuals that are entrepreneurs, that are in ministry, that have written a book, that are in leadership, that have some business about themselves. And guess what? That's for everybody because we are the Winning Circle podcast. On this podcast, we are bringing people together. We are bridging gaps. We are showing up and showing out for Jesus. We are showing that we can all be connected right here on this platform where those are people that are coming on here going to tell you who they are, what they do, why they do what they do. And it don't have to just be them. It can be you too. So make sure that you reach out to me. Get connected. Go to join at the winning circle.club to send me an email if you are interested in being a part of this platform, sharing your testimony, sharing your book project, sharing your big events, your conferences. That's what this platform is for. So make sure that you go to join at thewinningscircle.club and send me a letter of interest letting me know that you're interested in being a part. Today we had a phenomenal guest, to Dr. Tschanna Taylor, her co-authors. We had Linda, we had Donna, we had Monica, we had Betsy, and everybody just did their thing on tonight. They showed up for you. They showed out for you. They cried for you. They sung for you. Look, we had a singer on tonight, right? And so I just want to just let you guys know that everybody that is watching within the sound of my voice, that you too can be reaffirmed. Get a copy of that book. Go to Reaffirmed Affirmations and get the affirmation book. That is your free gifts that Dr. Tschanna has for you. So don't miss out on getting that gift. She's ready for you to come and connect with her. You want to be held accountable? She's the lady. Go get held accountable, because she gonna make sure you do what you're supposed to do. And again, she said all out of love, right? And so right here on the Winning Circle, again, we are connecting with people, and we are building a circle, a community that never can be broken. Circles are not meant to be broken. They are a continuation of where one leaves off, another one picks up the pieces, and we are growing together and expanding together. And our show is going to be on the radio. We are going to be on the TWC 24.7 podcast radio, due to launch in November. So y'all be ready. Again, we have a collaboration of projects and opportunities for you to show up and show out. Not only do we have this podcast where we can interview you, we also have the radio station if you want to be able to get ad placements and commercials and all of those things, to showcase what you have going on. Get with us. Again, we also have magazine that released this month, TWC Elite Magazine, and we are all one collaborating group of media and publication where we come together and help you shine and show up to the world. So allow me to be that person. So again, get connected with us. Go to join at thewinningscircle.club. So again, I am your host, Tiasha Janae, host of The Winning Circle on TWC 24.7 Podcast Radio. And it was an honor and a pleasure to show up and show out for you today. You are all winners. Remember that. And God loves you. And I'll be back with you on next Wednesday as we do part 3 of Reaffirm, Shed, Shift, and Show Up. You guys be blessed.